And welcome to a very special championship edition of the Inland Sports Show. I'm Pep Fernandez, joined by David Zink from the Press Enterprise. We're here on Fox Sports 1350 and broadcasting live around the world, live and amplified on the Inland Sports channel on YouTube. You can check that out right now. And I say championship edition because we've got the Grand Terrace High School girls soccer team in studio to talk about their CIF championship and the way it kind of all unfolded last night. If you haven't heard, very bizarre. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk to the girls and head coach Pacheco as well. We've got the Redlands East Valley boys soccer team going to join us a little bit later in the show. They won the CIF Division III championship in a shootout against Cathedral. So we're going to talk to the Wildcats. And we've got live updates right now from the Honda Center in Anaheim. Temecula Valley and Santa Monica playing for the CIF Southern Section Division 1A championship. And right now, start of the fourth quarter, Santa Monica and Temecula Valley. Ready for the Zinc?
I'm here.
Tied at 44.
Oh, wow.
Intern Ja Rule. Yeah, ladies, we have an intern named Ja Rule. Intern Ja Rule is courtside at the Honda Center giving us live updates. He's shooting video for Inland Sports. So we're going to get a live report a little bit later in the show from Anaheim. And intern Ja Rule as Temecula Valley is trying to win a CIF Southern Section Championship. It's all brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. AdrenalineAthletic.com is the website. Check out more information on their travel ball teams and training programs. Spoiled, quick quality oil change in Riverside. It's in the name, Spoiled. Get your car back out on the road in a hurry. And Remax Advantage. Nobody sells more real estate. Nobody. 909-307-5665. We appreciate their support. If you're a local business that wants to join the local sports leader, we'd love to have you on our team as well. But without further ado, joining us live in studio, the Grand Terrace High School girls soccer team, CIF Southern Section Division VI champions. And I've been saying this all morning, but you guys got a really big team. I mean, they're piling here in the studio. Usually we have, I don't know, what, 3, 4?
Maybe.
Maybe that's pushing it. How many players we got, Coach? 11?
11 or 12.
Go ahead and grab that mic. Be loud. And problem is I yell.
12 girls in here right now today.
That's like a team.
Good.
You could go out there and play a game right now.
Oh yeah, and this is only half the team.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't play a game last night, and that's, you know, kind of the bizarre circumstances around the CIF championship last night. You guys were there. Bloomington was there, ready to, you know, get it going at Corona High School, and we found out that Bloomington had an ineligible player. So you guys were just crowned CIF champions. So I'm sure the championship's nice. Is it a little strange, though, that how it kind of unfolded last night?
It is very strange how it unfolded. We were looking forward to playing. The girls were ready. We had an awesome day. We had some awesome practices ahead of time. We've been working super hard. We kicked butt through the first 4 rounds. And to show up to the game that we were fully ready for, it kind of sucked, having it as, you know, a forfeit. You know, doesn't take anything away from the girls and how awesome they played the last 4 rounds. You know, we'll take it. However, we wish it was another way.
Did you think, is this really happening? Like, are you guys sure? I mean, like, you know, were you asking the CIF officials, are you sure this is happening? Like, this is real?
Totally. My AD and assistant principal walked up to me at first with tears in their eyes, and my first thought was, our router bus overturned. And they come and talk to me and say Bloomington has to forfeit for an ineligible player, and my jaw just dropped. I was like, no, this happens in like TV shows and movies, and this is not anything that really goes on and happens.
Yeah.
And I'm sure once information comes out about what exactly happened and what exactly went on, people will kind of figure it out. But right now, I mean, we're trying to enjoy the victory, you know, whether it's forfeit or on the field. We're trying to enjoy it because, you know, these girls did work hard. They still deserve, you know, the notoriety and the acknowledgement and being crowned champions.
Sure. We've got the Grand Terrace High School girls soccer team live in studio here on the Inland Sports Show. Who's the talkers? You're all like looking down. Like, no one wants to make eye contact with you. Like, I'm not talking. Who's the talker? Who's going to step up and be the talker for the team?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, all of us kind of are.
Trust, they are all talkers.
You turn on the camera and open up the mic and everyone gets shot.
Should we be like a choir right now?
I know. Do you guys sing?
No.
You want to hear us sing?
Nobody?
I mean, sing, but it's not good.
You sing on the bus?
You don't want them to do that, right?
I don't know, Coach. Maybe I do. Let's break the ice. What do you guys sing on the bus? Is it clean? Can we? Let's sing a little bit. Give me a couple.
No, what?
You guys brought it up.
You have to have like a beat to it. Like it just doesn't.
Like we can't just like sing right now.
Faces pass and I'm homebound.
What was that last part?
Every bus ride.
I feel for you, Coach. Those are long bus rides, right?
Oh, yeah.
Even though you have to go to Colton High School or wherever.
They make them enjoyable.
Well, girls, let me ask you. So you're CIF champions. How does that feel? And is it, like Coach said, regardless of how it happened, you're happy to be champions. But is it kind of strange the way it happened? And are people saying, do you deserve it? Do you not deserve it? I mean, does it matter?
It's
Okay. I guess I hit a hot button right here.
It's unsatisfying.
It sucks because like everyone on Twitter is saying like that we didn't quite deserve it because we didn't play, but like I'm pretty sure all of the girls felt that like that game I didn't see like all of our girls had just like a fight in their eyes that I'm pretty sure we would have won like 100% that day. So.
Well, full disclosure, Bloomington beat you guys twice, right, during league play?
Yes.
So I'm sure you were eager to get another crack.
Yeah,
Bloomington,
we
right,
were.
this championship game.
We want revenge.
Yeah, we really did.
It's really unfortunate for the 16 seniors that they have on their team, as well for the 13 seniors on our team, that we didn't get to play each other for the last time. And we were really looking forward to that.
I know like you said, you hit the nail on the head for the seniors. I mean, it's all building up to this moment. It's the championship game. It was at Corona High School, so it was relatively close. You can get the fans there. Rob Wygod, the commissioner, I was outside waiting for my media pass, and there's this huge long line. And I'm like, it's 4:40. Like, you got to let people into the stadium. We're going to all be late for the game. And he came out and kind of broke the news to everyone, and we were all just kind of looking at each other like, "What is going on? Is this, like you said, Coach? Is this really happening? Is there really an ineligible player?" So, just kind of strange how it all unfolded. So, you guys are in regionals, though, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So, when does that start, Coach? Monday, Tuesday?
The seedings would come out Sunday afternoon. We'll notify the girls. We'll have an awesome practice on Monday, and we'll most likely be playing somewhere on Tuesday.
We've got the Grand Terrace High School girls soccer team here live on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Another live update from the Honda Center in Anaheim, Temecula Valley, leading Santa Monica 53-52. Girls basketball fans at all? Yeah, okay. All right, well, the Golden Bears are up by 1. We will continue to bring you live updates. Once again, what's our intern's name?
Ja Rule.
Ja Rule. Intern Ja Rule is baseline at the Honda Center shooting highlights, and we'll have a live update. He's going to call in a little bit later in the third segment. So, Coach, you talked about the fact that you didn't have a chance to prove it on the field. Nevertheless, you are CIF champions. I know the girls wanted another crack at Bloomington. It looked like you were about to say something when I said, they'd gotten you twice during league play. You weren't at full strength, though, right?
Yeah, no, they had gotten us first time 1-0, clean victory, give them all the respect for that. Second game, we were missing a handful of players. A couple players were nursing injuries, and the goal was more of a mistake instead of a earned, we felt. And I think that just, even though it was a loss, it helped build confidence that, hey, after the first time, this second time we prepped and we were ready, and this third time we were going to be even more ready. So we felt that it was a long time coming. It would have been perfect for these seniors, these 13 seniors, and all these girls to cap off their senior season beating Bloomington. It sucks it didn't get to happen, but nonetheless, I'm sure they're going to appreciate this. Once this whole situation dies down, they're going to look back and say, hey, we kicked our butts and we got a championship.
It's kind of anticlimactic. It's like, okay, you guys are crowned champs, and you went to the locker room, then you walked around, then you went back out to the field, and you got to pose with the trophy. It's still pretty cool, though, right, to pose with the trophy?
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Just have all the girls lined up with the hardware and take pictures, at least, hey, we're champs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, as a senior, and being on this team for 4 years, it's all you ever dreamed of. Yeah. Especially because I've known these girls. I've lived in Grand Terrace my whole life, and I've grown up with these girls, and my dream has always been to just be in front of that scoreboard with them, and it was just, I never imagined it like that. But
and first CIF title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So school history as well. How does that feel?
It's great. I mean,
It was great, but it was also in a really weird way just to be sitting there doing warm up and then all of a sudden having your athletic director and your assistant principal come up to you saying game's canceled. And it's like, what? Like,
Because you guys were ready to go. I mean, you were on the field,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we're-
Suited and booted, ready to
Yeah.
We didn't even get to free stretch.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're just doing our warm-ups, and then they just hit us with the news, and we're like in disbelief.
go. So you guys are the soccer experts. Is there any scenario that you could see them in the SoCal Regionals?
No, it's already come out that they're done.
Okay.
There might even be, once they look into things, it might, depending on who the girl is and when she played.
Also, their overall record might be really dinged.
Oh, big
because of
time.
Yeah.
It's looking that we'll end up being back-to-back league champions. Of course, the CIF champions, and in Monday, a lot of more information should come out, but it's looking that apparently this person had played in quite a few games.
All right. So we know what happened now. Let's reflect on the good times, all right? Let's remember the good times this season. I know you still have more soccer in front of you next week. But, Coach, or even the girls, going back, when you look at the season as a whole, what are some of the things you're going to remember? It was a historic
rides.
season.
Bus
CIF
rides.
Bus rides?
Bus
Bus
rides,
rides.
big time.
Why the bus rides? I thought you were going to say, like, game-winning goal or this game.
Those are great too.
Because the bus rides are when we all get together and like, it's either before a game or after a game. We all spend that time bonding with each other, and like
And singing.
Yes.
singing. Yes.
Yes. The
And
buses are
it's just,
karaoke.
it's that time when like we don't really feel the pressure yet. We feel that pressure when we get on the field, but during the bus rides, we all come together, and it's just that time when we love each other, and we know that we're a team, and we're gonna work through everything together.
So it kind of eases the nerves a little
Yes.
bit, you know?
Yes.
I don't know if you girls are being completely truthful. There's got to be a singer in the group. Who really belts it out?
Jordan.
Like you're on the bus and you're like, oh, there she goes again.
Our keeper.
Our keeper.
But she's not here? She's
She's
not
got
at
a web game.
I think it's Kevin, our manager.
Oh, does he sing too?
Yeah.
Michaela
sings fluent.
He's a little
Do you
quiet
Shakira?
singer.
He's a quiet singer.
Oh God.
Joseph and Shakira. There's a lot of dancing. There's also like a lot of dancing.
Oh, dancing
Yeah,
too?
dancing.
Yeah.
Stephanie, our opera singer, is here.
Yeah.
She's an opera singer?
She sings every song an opera version of it. So
She likes to think she is.
yeah.
She's not that bad.
She does really good.
Are you taking notes, Zeke? This is like gold. Zeke always writes a column in the Press Enterprise based on the Inland Sports Show. So, that's gold right there, singing on the bus. And
It's going to be all
Doing
about
the
them at this point.
And they got a Shakira singer.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love that. Can we have a little bit of that?
Come on. She's.
Listen, I love sports and X's and O's and breaking down games, but sometimes you just got to let it, you got to sing, let it all hang out.
Hello, this is Michaela Milliken doing a Shakira impression.
Pepper, you saying you got to let it go?
I'm not going to let it go in here. But I'll let her. Yes, we're ready. We're ready. Can we all be quiet? We got to hear this. We got to really hear this. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
Go on, oh my
And
God.
you know that was live around the world, right?
Oh well, I'm graduating in 3 months.
There you go, right? You're moving on. We've got the Grand Terrace High School girls soccer team here, the CIF Southern Section Division 6 champions. Coach, before we get you guys out of here, tell us about this upcoming week. What do you guys have to do to not only get a victory in that first SoCal Regional, but maybe, complete the mission and really bring home a championship?
I think this next week, with especially what had happened yesterday, the focus completely switched. I feel that if the game would have happened and we would have won or we would have lost, whatever would have happened, this would have felt like extra. All right, we
Sure.
finished. Now let's play a couple more games. But now, because of this specific situation, I think we're going into this final week with a whole different perspective. It's now, let's prove something. Let's show who we really are. We didn't get to put it out on the field, so let's now take care of this next week. And it's not one of these where we're looking at, let's play one game and enjoy state and go off to our club teams and graduate and everything. It's more of a, we got to show something. We got to prove who we really are.
And for the seniors, if you're a senior, raise your hand. For your seniors, it's another game, right?
Yeah.
That would stink to be like, hey, here's your last game, championship, and it was taken away from you. And it's like, at least you have another time to get on the field, right, with your girls and, play for a championship, right? So, what's that feeling like to at least know that you have one more week of soccer and you get a chance to play at least one more game?
Feels great because I get to spend more time with these girls. these girls are like my second family because we're always like, even if we're like not in school, we're always together hanging out at someone's house, or we're even at practice, we're always messing around with each other. So like, it feels great that I get to spend another few days with them, and
Another
hopefully
bus ride.
longer than that.
It's not a bus
bittersweet.
ride.
Yeah, another bus ride.
I feel like without soccer, I would have no friends.
Yeah, honestly. Regardless of what happened last night, we knew that we were going to play states beginning of the week. And so we always were anticipating that we have another game. And
So if you qualify for semis, you have to tell the CIF that you're going to, be eligible, whatever, for regionals. Is that how it works?
Yeah, if you get to semis, they email you and say, are you interested?
Sure.
And then if you make it to the finals, they say you get another email saying, congratulations, you're automatically admitted if you want to. So you get some teams will turn it down, some teams will accept it. We are, of course, especially with the seniors, we're planning on accepting it anyways. And we had talked to the girls. I actually talked to them at the beginning of the year. If we make semis, I'm going to put in for us to go to state.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah, it's an experience that, I've talked to people and other girls that have played in state, and it's just an experience to have, because when else are they going to get to play for a bigger championship than CIF?
All right, we're running out of time. Can I get one more Shakira? That was just too good. Just one, everybody wants it, right? We all want it? Yeah? Yeah!
Okay. I'm on tonight, I'm a hipster, I'm starting.
Coach, I feel for you on those bus rides. That's rough. The Grand Terrace High School girls soccer team, CIF Southern Section Division 6 champions. Best of luck in the SoCal Regionals this week. And when we come back, the Redlands East Valley boys, are they here? Sounds like they're out in the hallway, maybe.
Oh yeah, they're here.
Oh,
They're here.
They're
Oh,
here.
yeah.
They're here.
The girls are like, yeah, they're here. All right, when we come back, we'll talk Rev Soccer on the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Every sport that we offer here, the performance training is definitely specific to what they need. A lot of people actually come in here for the performance training, and also we have our travel ball program with our softball and baseball teams. Our performance training definitely to get quicker, stronger, faster.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, And I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Championship Edition here on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM, plus live and amplified around the world on the Inland Sports Channel on YouTube. Grand Terrace girls, they were fun. And they sing Shakira, who knew, right? But now we've got Rev Boys Soccer in the house, but a quick update from the Honda Center right now in Anaheim. Man, we've been giving live updates on the show. When Temecula Valley was up by a couple points pretty much the entire game. Right now, we're inside the final minute, and Temecula Valley's down 63-57. Intern Ja Rule is courtside at the Honda Center in Anaheim, giving us the live updates. We're going to check in with him in the third segment of the show, live from the Honda Center. It's all brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona, Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change in Riverside, and Remax Advantage. Nobody sells more real estate. Nobody. That's a guarantee. All right, back here live in the studio on the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. We've got the CIF Southern Section Division III champions, Redlands East Valley boys soccer team. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how do CIF champions celebrate? And go ahead, get close to the mic. You want to help them out, Zink? And, how do you guys celebrate after a big win? Do you guys kind of, hang out with friends, get pizza? What do you guys do to celebrate? Or just go home and be like, man, did that really happen? That felt like a dream.
Smoky steer. First we went to In-N-Out. And we're going to Shake You soon, so we're about to celebrate even more.
A lot of pizza, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because some teams, you win the title and they say, we're going to Disneyland. No, you can say, I'm going to the Inland Sports Show. We had Grand Terrace, now we got the Rev Boys, and we were hoping for Temecula Valley getting a win, but right now they are down. Coach Small, let's introduce you into the show. Ted Small, the head coach for the Redlands East Valley boys soccer team. And Coach, I'll be honest, you guys fell down 1-0 in the first half. And Cathedral's a very strong side. I mean, traditionally, that's a really good program. Was there any doubt in the resiliency of your squad that in the second half that you guys could battle back?
No doubt at all. To be honest with you, if you look at the stats, 2 golden goal wins in a row to get to the final. That's our time. We were quite used to it and ready for it. The plan from the beginning was if we could get to that point, we felt that we had the advantage going into overtime and PKs.
So just get that equalizer, and then anything can happen after that.
Pretty much,
goal,
keep it close, make sure, I think the first 20 minutes was about allowing them to kind of gain a little confidence, and we kind of went with a rope-a-dope type of approach. And unfortunately, we gave up a goal in that first 10 minutes and had to switch into a high-pressure mode from pretty much the 70th minute forward. So 70 minutes of running and chasing and working as hard as we could, and then going into overtime and having to do that too. So good thing we ran a lot this year and got fit, right?
So when they were complaining, oh, Coach, we got to run again, CIF title. Let's see the hardware. You guys brought the hardware in here too?
Yeah.
So that's the CBL title, right? And there's the CIF title. Alec, let me ask you, you've had some big goals this season for this team, but holding that CIF championship trophy, is there no other feeling quite like that? I know scoring goals is a great feeling, but man, holding that trophy, right?
Yeah, there's no better feeling than knowing that we won this as a team. And, yeah.
They were all over you, man. I was shooting video. I'm like, man, they are all over you, tripping you up, throwing you down. I saw Garcia got punched in the face one of those times, thrown to the ground and punched right in front of me.
Someone saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. I was right there.
Unfortunately, the refs missed it.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. I see that as a growing theme in soccer. But we'll stick with Alec here for a second. Alec, going into the game, I don't know, were you healthy going into the game, or were you banged up? You were like, hobbling around a little bit.
I was perfectly fine, and then I got tackled, and then my knee started hurting, and then he cheap shot me at one point, and then it just started hurting more. But I would do it, and
Let me ask Garcia. Is Garcia like a crowd favorite? They say Garcia and everyone's like, yeah! Jonathan Garcia here joining us on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. As a senior, I mean, how special was this moment? It's pretty much 4 years in the making, right?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. Something I always dreamed about. And today, I can say CIF champions. We made history, the best team at Rev, and I get experience always with my boys and every person that has gone through this program, and of course with my coach Ted and Ryan.
You and that number 7 were having a good time out there. I saw that too.
Well, like, it wasn't. I like playing clean. I'm like a very humble guy, but that number 7 just, I turned and he kneed me right away, but he was smart about it. He knew when the ref wasn't looking, when the ref was turning, and he kneed me. I feel like someone told him that I was hot-headed because
He's trying to get under your skin.
Yeah,
huh?
he kneed me, and then I think you saw when he punched me right away.
Yeah.
And I think you were like, whoa.
Yeah, it was on the far side, so from where the Rev bench was.
You
it
saw
was
that.
on the far
He straight
side.
out like punched me, so I was like, whoa, like really?
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I was right there.
But then.
But hey, but also on camera, because if you're watching us live and amplified right now on the Inland Sports Channel, we're playing a bunch of the highlights from last night. You had a move where I think the kids would say you're breaking his ankles. You had a move on that far side, kind of where you got punched down the line.
Yeah.
And you had this move, and the guy just fell to the ground. In basketball, they call it breaking ankles, but you had a nice move on that side.
Yeah, I can like try to move out of the way and get some space, and I guess I kind of. I was more afraid of after getting hit. I was more afraid of getting hurt and risking getting an injury because of how dirty he was playing. But he played it off well.
Yeah.
What got me more mad was the linesman, the guy that was doing the subs, the ref, saw what was happening and he didn't say anything. Yeah, so
That's
at
soccer,
the end of the
right?
day, at the end of the day, because during the PKs he was like, "Hey, I saw what number 7 was doing." I was like, "Thank you," but I was the one that got the yellow.
Yeah, it was a nuts game out there. Jared Nelson, is there a better free kick specialist? I mean, like on the set piece, is there anybody better than Jared Nelson?
No.
When we're looking at the video, and
Hold on, Ted Small.
Ted Small.
Oh, the humble Ted Small.
The humble, yeah, very humble, very modest.
Jared, tell him how many times we work on free kicks and how often it took you to get to that point.
I remember I came in as a freshman and I started taking him at that time, and he became my club coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just working like year-round on free kicks and just practicing the way we take them. It probably took me like 2 years to finally just hit him consistently on frame.
Hey, Coach, what was it about Jared? Like, why did you kind of take him under your wing and say, you know what, I'm going to have this guy, really, specialize in those set pieces, those free kicks?
Well, I think Jared proved that last night, to be honest with you. I think what makes him so special is he doesn't seem to get caught up in the moment. So his ability to hit a free kick in a game when we're up 6-0 and his ability to hit a free kick in a game when we're losing 1-0 or tied 1-1 in the quarterfinals of playoffs, or down 1-0 in the finals of, CIF play. So regardless of how you look at it, I think the real big thing for him is he's just extremely mentally strong when it comes to free kicks. He can take himself out of the pressure and just settle himself for that, all-important shot. So.
Because you had a free kick in the first half, Jared, that hit the side netting. Like, it was really close. And I thought, man, if he gets another crack at it in the second half, which he ultimately did, he's going to bury it. And credit to Garcia.
Yeah.
If you watch the video on Inland Sports.
I give him a lot of credit for that, because just for him to know that it might be going on frame and just to let it go.
Yeah.
That was just amazing.
He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he jumped and kind of, the keeper was like, what, he was phased for a moment and just bounced right past him.
Yeah.
Was that by design, or were you just throwing your body around?
Well, because instead of going for the ball, they were going for me. So all I hear was get number 10, and I wasn't going for the ball. I knew it should be on frame, and so instead of going for the ball, they went for me, and I just moved out of the way, and luckily it worked.
We've got the Redlands East Valley boys soccer team in the house here on Inland Sports, the CIF Southern Section Division III champions defeating Cathedral. It was 1-1 through regulation and overtime, 5-4, in the shootout. So they're joining us here live, following up on Grand Terrace. An update, it is a final score from the Honda Center, Santa Monica has defeated Temecula Valley, final score of 66-60. So a great season by the Golden Bears comes to a close in Anaheim. Intern Ja Rule will check in live in the third segment with an update, and we'll have video highlights later today of not only Temecula Valley, but also JW North. JW North is taking on Long Beach Poly for the Division I AA Championship. But back to boys soccer here, Redlands East Valley in the house. Coach, who else did you bring on the show today? You want to introduce your guys?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be able to bring the seniors that'll be leaving with the most prestigious title that the school's ever won. So we have Kyle, our starting center back, Kyle Toth over here, who was absolutely nails in the game. We have Tony Seidel here, who's our right back and scored the first PK. And then we have our incredibly talented goalkeeper who helped us win the game, who is a junior, Renee Gonzalez here. And then we brought along our newest addition and probably our superstar defender being Eli Oxford.
Man, so you want to talk, Eli? I mean, he just called you a superstar. How does that feel? No pressure, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, Ted has been, he's been great this year, and I just really feel great for being on.
Congratulations to both teams on a fantastic season.
Playing Kyle this past year, as well as Tony back there, and
And you guys can step up to the mics. I'm just going to throw out some questions here, but you guys had a great fan base. I mean, the Rev people traveled well, and they're loud and they're rowdy. What was it like to be able to win the CIF championship and then be able to celebrate with them, kind of enjoy the moment with them, right? Any of you guys can answer that one.
Well, it's kind of special because we're all family out there, and seeing everyone come out and celebrate with us was something special. Is a moment to remember. So,
I mean, I saw Kurt Bruick. I think I saw Coach James Cordis, the baseball coach. I think like everybody from Rev was there. Like Redlands shut down, and everybody went to Corona High School to check you guys out.
They did, and it was days in advance. I mean, this was planned, and it's funny because, as Tony pointed out, Rev is an extreme family environment when it comes to sports. The football kids were there all year, and we were extremely supportive when they went on their run too. I think that was just the repeated theme for almost a week straight. Get your ring, get your ring, get your ring. The baseball guys actually wanted to dress up, and they went out of their way. The whole softball team was there. Both volleyball teams were there. I think we estimated over 1,000 students that ended up making the game, so it was pretty incredible.
That's incredible. That is a great turnout. Let me ask you guys this. Like I said, any of you can chime in. I think, Coach, you said this after the game. Greatest team ever at Rev? Maybe greatest team out of Redlands? I mean, where's this team stack up?
Greatest team out of Redlands, by far.
Ever.
You can definitely make an argument for 92, 93. I mean, I saw those teams at RHS, and they were phenomenal. But the difference was maybe 5 club players on that team. This is a team right here that's hosting maybe 10 Division I potential athletes right now. And I think that changes everything as far as the overall ability of this team.
And guys, when you started the season, did you look around the locker room and say, you know what? This is a pretty special team. We got a lot of talent here. If we put this together, it could be a great season. It could be a championship season. Or maybe it was halfway through the year and you're like, you know what? Things are really coming together. We're actually pretty good. I mean, at what point did it kind of click that you guys had the talent and the work ethic to really make this happen?
I think it was kind of at the start of the season we all looked around and saw that it was special. And I think we all kind of saw that we were all part of something bigger than ourselves. So, we were all striving for each other and striving for this common goal. So, at the end of the year, it was just awesome to see it all come to fruition like that.
And as a senior, you're all seniors. Is it a little bit different? Because, it's like, man, I don't want to go out with a loss. I'll spend the rest of my life thinking about what if, the CIF championship game, what if, one play here, one play there. I mean, so you win the title, it's all good, right? You can spend the rest of your life remembering and reflecting back on this game.
Yeah.
Any of the seniors?
Totally. It's so special to win it, especially with all these guys who are out here. We're all brothers, like we said. And you wouldn't want to share it with anybody else.
We've got the Redlands East Valley boys soccer team in the house live on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. Once again, the final score, Temecula Valley falling to Santa Monica for the D1A Boys Basketball Championship at the Honda Center. A live report coming up in the third segment. But right now, we're going heavy on soccer. A very special championship edition here on the Inland Sports Show. So it was 1-0 at the half. Cathedral scored off the free kick, the set piece, which Jared, your free kick was like right in the same area, wasn't it? Where they scored theirs, it was like the same spot almost.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same spot.
So you guys, I think it was like the first minute, right out of the locker room, the first minute of the second half, you guys scored to make it 1-1. Coach, I don't know, I think you kind of touched on it. Was the goal to just maintain and push it to a shootout, or you were trying, even in the golden goal, where you're like, you know what, guys, let's keep on it. Let's try to end this thing right now.
Well, I think if you look at the game, the common theme was that nobody was going to score or break the other team down on the field. I think both teams were athletically good enough and smart enough to keep the other team from scoring. So it became a game of set pieces, corner kicks, throw-ins, free kicks. And I think we've been extremely strong all year. When things have gone wrong for us, we've been able to pull it back through set pieces, corner kicks, stuff like that. So I don't think we ever really were afraid when we were down 1-0. I think we knew we were going to score and we'd find a way. I think the overwhelming, reality of it was knowing that we had an advantage going into PKs meant a tie going, into overtime wasn't the end of the world. And I think that was probably the only real mistake that I can say to Cathedral was that when the game went tied, they panicked like they were losing. And they spent too much energy in the next 20 minutes trying to get back in the lead again. And I think it hurt them because once they got to overtime, they had a little 10-minute period, and then they were dead again also. So it kind of helped. I think scoring early took the pressure off of us and allowed us to play smart again. I think maybe we go 20, 30 more minutes without getting that equalizer, and we might have struggled at that point. So it definitely was a good time.
Yeah, in the first half, I mean, they were connecting passes like, man, this is a skillful team. I mean, obviously they're top seed and they've won CIF titles before.
Well, it helped that we left them. The strategy was in the first 10 to 15 minutes is that we were going to back up. You have to understand, everyone that's played Cathedral this year has done exactly that. They back up and give them time. So our thought process was simple. We'll back up, give them time, let them get a false sense of security, like we talked about, the rope-a-dope, so to speak. And then when we hit that mark, we would go full press and we'd change everything we were doing, which we were hoping would throw them off. The unfortunate part was we hit the mark for high pressure and gave up a goal 30 seconds afterwards. So that, the plan goes out the window, but yet it doesn't because once you're down, you have to press anyway. So it actually just, kind of worked out exactly what you want. So I really don't feel they had much possession from that point forward. The first maybe 20 minutes, they absolutely were in a good position. I just don't. Second half, I think, was definitely ours, and even into overtime, that was the mistake I think that they made, was that they never calmed down. They didn't try to go back to their strength, which is exactly what our game plan was, take them away from their strength and make them play what we think we're better at, and that's athletic, physical, and it worked.
See, that's why he's the head coach. I mean, really, seriously, that's why you're the head coach, because I would have been like, man, first 20 minutes of the game, I can see where this is going. Rev's going to lose, 5-0. Like you said, you gave up the early goal after you decided to put the pressure on. But you said you knew that the equalizer was coming. Like the team had it in it. Like it was coming along. But you said better than it happened earlier than sooner because every team doesn't want to hit that panic button, right? Oh my gosh, there's
Absolutely.
10 minutes on the clock.
Absolutely.
And we're playing uphill here. Talk about Renee. I mean, if you want to go straight to the shootout, we can. But he had a huge play in the shootout to get a glove on that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, ultimately that was the difference, but you made some nice plays throughout the game as well, Renee. Coach, we'll go to Renee first, and you can back this up. But, Renee, you're out on an island in the shootout. I mean, what's going through your head? Are you picking sides? Did you do your homework? I mean, what are you thinking about during the shootout?
When we went straight to the shootouts, I won full confidence. And I know that because before the game, I had homework. And the homework was to know the player who's going to shoot and where we're going to place it at. And I was studying the entire bus ride from Redlands to Terrace. It was like if I was studying for a final exam at the last minute, and I had to give it everything. Okay, I was watching a video of the shootout, Cathedral versus Pasadena. I watched it at least 4 or 5 times. Okay, this is where they're gonna place it. Okay, this is their strongest foot. Okay, and once we went into PKs, I'll see the player coming at me. I'll see the number on the shirt, and like, okay, that's him. Okay, this is where he's going. This is the foot he's using. I'm gonna go this way. And it just happened like that. The first shooter, okay, I guessed it right. He shot it with power and came off my fingertips and just happened to go in. The second shooter, okay, it was, I read his number wrong because the number one, he had 17.
Uh-huh.
And you know how they have purple and white stripes, the one blend in with the stripe. And then I read 7 instead of 17, so I didn't know where he was going, but I went the wrong way.
Don't worry, 17 changed on
yeah,
you.
he changed.
He's the one guy who did something different.
Yeah, and then afterwards, it just happened to go my way. I guessed every single one. The third one I blocked. I turned around, and the ball had a spin on it.
Uh-huh.
And for a second, I thought the ball was going to go in.
Spin back in.
It was going to spin back in, and I just saw the ball stop right in the middle. And I'm like, okay, we got this. I blocked it. And then the fourth, I guessed it right too. Or I went the other direction. And then the fifth one, I guessed, but I wasn't able to reach it. And once I blocked the third shot, I just knew that we were going to win because I had full confidence on our shooters. We made all 5 of them, and it was just the best feeling to block that third shot and know that we won. It's over.
And of course, you got Jared Nelson going last. You know that's money in the bank, right? He's just going to put it away. Jared, we've got to wrap up here quickly, but when you're the 5th and final shooter, you know the CIF championship's on the line. You put it away, it's over. I mean, just clear your head, don't think about it, and tell me your reaction afterwards. Like you were screaming, and like the whole team just mobbed you. I mean, what kind of feeling was that?
It was just amazing. I honestly just couldn't even believe that we won because it's my last year, and it's just the perfect way to go out as a senior. So it was amazing.
I thought they were going to dogpile you. Were you like, no, guys, don't throw me to the ground?
I saw our goalie coming, Mike, and he was coming full speed. I backed up and just pushed him down.
I know, you guys trampled the poor guy.
Rejected. I didn't want to get crushed. I knew that was going to hurt if I got crushed.
So please, if you haven't already, please check out the highlights on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. You'll see exactly what he's talking about. I noticed that as well. Like, he hit the ground, and everybody's like ran on top of him. Like, oh, he's down there? No, that's all right. Where's Jared? You know. So, hey, guys, congratulations. CIF Southern Section Division III champions. The Redlands East Valley boys soccer team here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we're going to break down the basketball championship games and talk a little more about high school football. There's a couple openings still out there, so we're going to break that down when we come back on the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
That we offer here, the performance training is definitely specific to what they need. A lot of people actually come in here for the performance training, and also we have our travel ball program with our softball and baseball teams. Our performance training definitely to get quicker, stronger, faster.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Sportsradio1350.com.
Good kids.
Now here's more with Pep on the Inland Sports Show.
Oh man, what a great day to be alive. We got CIF champions in the house. We're soccer guys anyways, right?
Yeah, we're jonesing soccer guys.
So, we love it. We're taking over the empire, one soccer team at a time. It's the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. The Redlands East Valley boys were awesome. The Grand Terrace girls were great. And we almost had a basketball CIF champion as well. It just went final at the Honda Center, in case you're just joining us. Temecula Valley coming up short against Santa Monica, 66-60 the final score. Intern Ja Rule is live at the Honda Center. He's going to call in with an update here to tell us exactly what happened, because the Golden Bears, we're getting updates, live updates throughout the show, and they were right there. They were right there for the majority of the game, and they just came up short at the very end. So joining us right now on the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline, it's intern Ja Rule. Ja, you're live at the Honda Center. What's cracking, brother?
How's it going, guys? It's going really good.
So, listen, you were giving us updates throughout the game, and it looked like Temecula Valley was going to pull this thing off, but what happened late in the game as Santa Monica pulled away at the end?
Yeah, well, Santa Monica, obviously, they seemed like they were determined to win this game, led by their guard, Joe Matthews. The guy was incredible in that second half. They outscored Temecula Valley 44-25 to take the victory.
Wow.
So Santa Monica turned it on in the second half, and Temecula Valley, you said, who was it? I think you said Riley Schaefer was just an absolute stud in this game.
Right. Yeah, they limited him to a shot. Seemed like he wasn't just he was in the group in the second half. So most of the team, they weren't having him in the second half.
So Temecula Valley comes up short, 66-60, the final score in Division 1A at 2 o'clock. JW North taking on Long Beach Poly for the Division 1 AA championship. Ja, do you see any of the North guys at the Honda Center yet?
I haven't seen anyone from JW North yet. This early game started. The guys for the 12 or noon game are out here right now warming up, but I haven't seen anyone from JW North.
So how's the Honda Center? Is it a pretty decent crowd? I know it's high school hoops. You know, it's not the Ducks. They're not going to pile in 10,000 plus, but.
Right. Yeah. No. Well, the lower bowl on both sides of the court are filled.
Was Temecula Valley, were they pretty upset? I mean, being so close. I mean, they really had that game. We kept getting the updates, and it was, it looked like the Golden Bears were in front by a couple points each time. And then when you sent us the final score, or the last couple texts, I was like, what? What's going on? I mean, were they pretty upset?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it seemed like Temecula Valley was going to overcome that second half surge by Santa Monica like they did in the first half, where Santa Monica had went up after 22-20, after being down 8 points. They were led by Joe Matthews again in that first comeback. But Temecula Valley, obviously, they were there. They had the lead at 53-52, but obviously Santa Monica was just getting those loose balls and going on the floor and grabbing those calls.
All right, well, intern Ja Rule, it looks like it's going to get cracking there at the Honda Center. It's getting loud and proud. Did you get some good video highlights at least of the Golden Bears?
What was that?
Did you at least get some good video highlights of the Golden Bears for us?
Of course, I always come through a quick test.
That's what I love to hear. Intern Ja Rule, the one and only. Hey, thank you for calling in, brother, and get some good stuff from North too, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, John, we're going to let you go. We appreciate you checking in live on the Spoiled Celebrity Hotline.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too, brother.
First time he's ever been called a celebrity.
That's intern Ja Rule. How dare you? When the Grand Terrace girls soccer team was in here, I said, hey, our intern's baseline at the Honda Center, getting us highlights, live updates. What's his name? They're like, intern Ja Rule. They knew him. Did you hear him?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he's a celebrity.
Angel leaves town and Ja Rule takes over.
We love Ja Rule. Hey, a couple of quick housekeeping notes, just real quick. It's been a jam-packed show. I feel like it's been a blur, man. I've been all fired up.
By the way, thanks for letting me talk. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You've been hanging out in the corner. They got a really big team. They want some really big rings. I mean, did you see?
He'd rather talk to soccer players than his buddy.
It's
okay.
championship
It's all right,
edition,
man. I'll just sit in the back seat, okay?
You know what one of the Grand Terrace girls said?
What?
You want a real story? We're all friends. I can give you the truth.
Okay.
So I said, follow the big guy. Remember, because we were going to take a picture. They said, who's that? I said, that's Zinc. And she's like, Zinc like the element?
All right.
I was like, yes, his parents named him off
That's
the
it. She's
periodic
not
table.
allowed back in
The
here.
periodic table.
I'm the person. I'm the person, not the mineral, okay?
That's right. You're much more than a mineral.
I'm a lot of mineral.
Okay, so the housekeeping things. Shout out to Matt Orrick. Matt Orrick is the father of Dylan Orrick, star baseball player at King High School, has already committed to UC Riverside. Matt's a huge fan of the show. I stand there talking to him, shooting the breeze, and I finally introduced myself. I'm Pep Fernandez. He goes, whoa! Pep Fernandez? I actually know what he said, because I had my daughters there with me. He's like, do your kids know that their dad's famous? And I was like, no. Okay, A, no they don't, and B, no I'm not. So no and no is your answer there. But shout out to Matt Orrick. He listens to the show. We appreciate it. And we're going to I don't want to say too much because I don't want anyone else to get a wind of this. But there's a player on King High School named Tanner Rockland. We want to have him on the show.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything more than that. I don't want to get beat up. A little teaser. But we would love to have Tanner Rockland on the show. We're going to make that happen very soon. We'll bring Dylan Orrick on the show as well. We'll talk King baseball. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Other housekeeping, and we'll let you talk, Zing, because we're running out of time. The Inland Sports All-Star Basketball Game coming up April 15th, Norte Vista High School. We are finalizing the rosters. April 15th, Inland Sports All-Star Basketball Game. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Tweet your nominations. They got to be seniors. Tweet us your nominations at inland_sports. How about this? The Riverside County versus San Bernardino County All-Star Soccer Game. Inland Sports, all up in there. We're going to do it live. That's March 18th, 7 o'clock from Arlington High School. Kevin Watson, the head coach at Arlington, bringing it back from the dead. I mean, he brought the paddles out. Boom! All-Star Game is back. Riverside County versus San Bernardino County. That's March 18th. Inland Sports will have it live.
We love us some All-Star Game.
We do. We're all over the All-Star games. I really like that stuff.
You know, they're playing lacrosse. I'd like to see a lacrosse All-Star Game. I think we should start one.
Maybe we should. The first annual.
You know,
inaugural.
there's lacrosse and Hemet.
There is.
Girls lacrosse and Hemet.
It's big in the Southwest. You know. Marietta, Temecula, Corona.
It's everywhere. Lacrosse synonymous with the Inland Empire.
And a huge shout out to the Rancho Verde High School for allowing me to be principal this week. I told head football coach Jeff Steinberg, he's like, you got any changes? You got any suggestions? I said, one word, fullback.
Wow.
Power I. Bringing it back.
Really?
Thank you to Ross Godfrey, the principal, the real principal at the Rancho Verde High School. Okay, Zeke, you got 2 minutes. Tell us everything you know about everything.
I don't know anything, man.
How about this? The head football coaching vacancies. Roosevelt's still open. Riverside Poly's still open.
And I hear they're interviewing Riverside Poly.
Yeah. We have it on good authority, and we're not going to unveil sources. Of course, that's not our style. But there's some big names that want the Poly job.
And by the way, I want to confirm a story that we heard last week. Confirmed with Coach Bruick that he is a pop-in locker.
Is that true?
He does let it go. We know that for fact.
We ran into.
It wasn't. It was rumored last week, and now it's fact. He was at the game last night. Had a pleasant conversation with Coach Bruick.
And didn't you just casually bring up, hey, we had Cedos on, and he's like, listen, I listened to the show. I heard what he said.
Exactly, exactly. And he broke news. The best coach in the Bruick family, his sister Kristen.
Kristen Braun, who's the athletic director at Rupa Hills.
He claims that she's the best coach in the family. So there you go. I just broke some news.
So what if Cedos Martinez, the new head football coach, doesn't perform at Rupa Hills?
She'll know and probably get rid of him. So you might want to check his P's and Q's.
So she's the brains of the operation.
Cedos, I'm not saying you're going to get canned, but just watch yourself, man. She knows what she's talking about. At least that's what I'm told. Because I don't know what I'm talking about.
You want a Kristen Braun story real quick?
Great.
The last time I saw her at a soccer game, I said, how's my favorite Bobcat? Talking about Blake Braun, her son, who's a football player at Montana State.
Right.
And she's like, he's doing great. Big news. He's got a girlfriend. Major milestone in the Braun family.
And you just put that out on air?
Yeah, I just did.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, we had the girls singing Shakira.
Man.
We've got girlfriend news.
Is this
break it all the way down?
Is this TMZ? Are we running into the Inland Empire TMZ?
We just may. We're already there.
The IEMZ.
We're going down that path. It's all brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. At least it was until we started bringing all this up. Check out the website, adrenalineathletic.com, for more details on their travel ball teams. Yes, travel ball and training programs. Spoiled, quick, quality oil change and Remax Advantage. Nobody sells more real estate, offering full service real estate along with escrow and loans. Visit remaxadvantage.me. Zink, it's been wonderful, man. We have a great long conversation. It's been great.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We'll see you next Saturday on the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Bye.